and I hope you guys missed me a lot, but I'm sorry. I wasn't here on Friday due to the internet connectivity. And then yesterday too, I went to a program, so I was not around to shoot videos for you. But here we are this morning. It's Sunday morning. And then here we are. I'm very happy to be here with you once again. If this is your first time on this particular channel, I'm Isaac from Sinai Farms. In this farm, I rear local chickens, okay? All things that you need about local chicken farming, you'll get it from this particular channel, okay? So this morning, I'll be taking you through the feeding procedures for local chickens, okay? But guys, I've started raising this particular birds this year without having any experience. So I'm testing a lot of things whenever it comes to local chickens, okay? Some of these things is what I'm sharing with you on the channel so that you can also limit the errors that you are going to commit in order to maximize profit. So we are back, and this morning I'll be taking you through clear feeding cost, but I want to share something with you before we move to that particular session. Now, when we look at this particular coop, okay, this is the coop where I've been brooding the chicks, okay? I hope you've checked it. Guys, I did something and then it cost me a lot. I've lost all the chickens, about 25 chicks. They've died. They are all, I'm left with only 5 or 6. They've died. I did something which I'll be sharing with you in tomorrow's live stream, okay? All the chicks died. I'm only left with 6 or 5. Yes, 6 or 5, yeah. They all died. So what I did is I'll be sharing with you, and then it cost me money, because if these chicks will grow into chickens, you know, I'll be maximizing profit. But for now, I'm incurring loss. Okay, almost 20 birds died. So join the stream tomorrow to learn about what I did so that you will not replicate the same mistake which will cause your chicks to die. Okay, so guys, whenever it comes to raising birds, feeding is the most important thing whenever it comes to chicken farming. Aside the medication, feeding is the most important thing, and it is what is going to cause the magic. If you cannot feed your birds well, you cannot feed your chickens well, then they will not perform, okay? They cannot perform. So anytime you want to feed your birds, you must consider certain factors, certain variations whenever it comes to feeding. Anytime you want to feed your birds, you have to know that whatever you are going to give to your birds is very, very good. The feed is a quality feed, and then you are giving it to the birds in the required amount. Okay, good morning, Augustine. I'm back. I'm happy that you are here once again. Where is Muslima? Where is Israel? Where has? Guys, I'm back, so join the stream. Okay, so whenever it comes to the feeding, there are certain parameters you have to know as a farmer, okay? Sometimes we think that whenever we are raising local chickens, since they have the ability to forage around and then look for their own food, we can raise them on free range. But this is a business. I always repeat this. This is a business. So you have to make sure that you are investing into quality feed for these birds so that they can also perform like us, okay? They are just like humans. So if you take good care of them, they will develop well, and then they will produce whatever you want, whether meat or eggs. The chicks should grow faster. Anything you want, they are going to do it, okay? So whenever it comes to feeding, you must know that the chicks, the young ones, from day 1 to week 8, you have to give them starter feed, okay? Chick mash. That is what they will take. Now, from week 8 to point of laying, you have to give them growers feed. Okay, from that week 8, that is from the 9th week to the 16th, 17th week, when they start to lay, you have to give them growers feed. And if you've seen that they've begin to lay and then they've hit, whenever it comes to the local chicken, they hit, let's say 20%, 30% laying rate, then you begin to give them layers feed. Okay, now when I say chick mash or starter feed, growers feed, and layers feed, we think that it is the feed that will cause these particular birds to lay eggs on their own. No. Now, God has given the ability of these birds to lay eggs on their own. Okay? It is not the feed that causes the birds to lay eggs without roosters. It is their ability. Okay? It is inbuilt that they can lay eggs without roosters. It is not the feed. Okay? So whenever we are talking about commercial feed, can you give commercial feed to your local chickens? Yes. Now, why they call it commercial feed is simply it is being prepared by a company and they use the required amount of nutrients and ingredients required for the chick mash, the growers mash, and then the layers mash. They measure everything accordingly. They follow the due procedures and then prepare the feed. Okay? If it is potassium, they use the right amount of potassium that they need in the chick mash. Whenever it comes to the growers, they use the right quantity, the right measurement, the right percentage that they're supposed to use. So that is why we call it commercial feed. It's being prepared by a company which is being sold at the marketplace. Okay, it's available. But we have our indigenous way, that is, we prepare our own feed. So can local chickens take commercial feed? Yes. Okay, the commercial feed is not only made for the exotic birds. That is what we think that most of the time I've been receiving this question. That is what we believe, and then we think that whenever we begin to give commercial feeds to our chicks or our chickens, local chickens, they are not going to perform. Okay, it's going to harm them. But you have to understand that most people, some of us also think that the commercial feed is not made for the local chickens. No, it's just chickens feed is for chickens. So the exotic ones can take it, the local ones can take it. Okay, I've explained to you why it is commercial, meaning it is a company responsible for preparing the feed, and then they use things they need whenever it comes to carbohydrate, protein, these vitamins, minerals, these potassium, phosphorus, calcium. They use it at the right proportion. Okay, they use it. Okay, being inorganic or organic, they use it. So they use all these premix, inorganic, organic. They use all these stuffs to prepare it. Okay, so that is why it's being called commercial. So it's good for your local chickens. Okay, now someone asks, it's costly. Now, currently, as I'm seeing, based on things that I'm testing out, me preparing my own feed and then getting commercial feed, the cost of getting commercial feed currently in Ghana, whenever it comes to 50 kg, is less than preparing your own feed 50 kilograms. That is the truth. Except you use another means, which I'm using now, except you get some maize. Currently, is broken maize, because currently maize is costing and then soya is also costing. So if you want to prepare your own feed, you have to use maize. That will take the greater percentage, followed by the protein. That will take the second greatest position. And then before you add the ginger, the pepper, the salt, and all those stuffs. The shell, the egg shells, the oyster shells, if you have it, you add it to it. You see? So the cost of corn and soya currently is very high. So if you want to prepare your own feed as compared to the commercial feed, you are going to spend some money, which I think it will be higher. It's higher. Not I think, it's higher. Because I'm preparing my own feed, and then at the same time, I'm getting commercial feed. So it's higher than the prepared one or the indigenous one, what you are preparing yourself. Okay, so the only difference is here you are not using any inorganic substance or element to prepare the feed. You are using just natural elements, natural substance, corn, soya, ginger, pepper, salt, moringa. You are using all these things natural. You are not adding any premix, any commercial, any inorganic substance or element to the feed. Okay, it's purely organic. Okay, that is the only difference. And then it helps the birds to perform. I've tested that and I've seen that there is an improvement in the performance of the bird. I think about 5% than that of the commercial feed. But the commercial feed, the cost currently is easy to get. Per the 50 kilograms in Ghana, the amount you are going to spend will be around 370 Ghana cedis. But if you want to prepare your own feed, 50 kilograms, you spend more than the 370 Ghana cedis. Okay? Now, let me clear this. I've said this earlier, that it is not the feed that cause the bird to lay eggs on its own. Okay? It is the ability of the birds to produce eggs without roosters. If they reach the point of laying, they can lay eggs without roosters. I've showed you one mama, which I'm keeping. She hatched, and then she's taking care of the birds, the chicks. She stays in the cage. You can go and watch that video in a short feed. I just came back from work, and then to find out that she has started laying in the nest, in the chamber that they are staying, without roosters. And then the feed that particular bird is taking is not layers feed, but she has started to lay, and then she's laying till now. Okay, so it is not the commercial feed that cause the birds to be laying eggs on their own. It is the ability of the birds to lay eggs on their own. So if you, the farmer, you can take good care of the birds, they are going to lay. So the only thing that roosters help them to do is to produce fertilized egg, and then to help them to start to lay at early stage whenever it comes to the local birds. Okay, the local birds, why we need roosters to mate them is the roosters mating them gives them the room to start to lay eggs at an early stage. Okay, that is why we need them, but they can lay eggs on their own. And some of these things I've been hearing that whenever they lay eggs on their own, there is deformity. The egg is very, very soft. I haven't seen it in my farm yet, but my birds are laying on their own. The mama that I said she's laying on her own, I give her time, and then almost 7 days, she laid without any complication. Okay? The egg she laid, nothing is wrong with the egg. Meaning, they have the ability to lay on their own. The only thing is you give them the right feed. So the chick feed or the chick mash is what you are going to use for the chicks. When they reach week 8, you start, after week 8, you start to give them the growers feed. It's already in the store. You can go and get it. Okay? I'll explain to you the difference in them. So from the growers feed, if they begin to lay and then they hit, whenever it comes to local chickens, they hit 20% laying rate or 30% laying rate, then you switch to layers feed for them. Now, the difference in these kinds of feeds is just the carbohydrate quantity, the protein quantity, the calcium quantity, the potassium, the magnesium quantity. It's just the quantity of the nutrients in these feeds or in these formulas, in this mash. Okay, so whenever it comes to the chick mash, you know, the chicks, they are young. Okay, so they need more protein than the growers. So from week 1 to week 8, they need more protein to develop their organs well. So you could see that the percentage for the chick mash ranges around 26% protein. But whenever it comes to the growers is just 15% or 16%. Whenever it goes to the layers, you see that they also required protein, certain amount of protein, to be producing eggs on time. So their protein percentage is higher than that of the growers, 18%. Okay, 18, 19%. whenever it comes to the feed. So it's just the required quantity of these elements in the feed. That is the difference, okay? That is the difference. So when you are preparing chick mash, you need 26% of protein, okay? 26%. The protein should be 26%. Their percentage is just 500 kilograms, 1 kilo, and all this stuff. But whenever it comes to the growers' feed, the protein percentage reduces to 15, 16. The calcium and then the magnesium, these protein level rises a bit. The calcium level rises from 1 kilograms to 1.5, 2 kilograms. The potassium level rises. The calcium phosphorus level rises. You see? But whenever it comes to 15, 16 to 18, 19%, and then the calcium level of these stuffs reduces a bit to 1 kilogram or 1 kg. So it is the amount, it is the quantity of these elements, nutrients, vitamins we need in the feed. That is what is the difference between the chick mash and then the layers mash. Okay, it's just the quantity of the elements we need. Okay, so in tomorrow's streams, today is Sunday. No, it won't be tomorrow. Tomorrow I will share with you what I did that caused me these chicks to die. Okay, that is what I'll be sharing with you tomorrow. But on Tuesday, I'll be giving you the right amount of carbohydrate, protein, calcium, potassium that you need to prepare your chick mash, your growers mash, and then your layers mash. Okay, so do well to join Tuesday's stream so that you learn about all these things, how to prepare your own feed. Muslima, you are here. I called your name, sir. You are here. Okay, welcome. So guys, this is where we'll be parting ways. I hope I've explained to you details. Okay, so I hope I've explained to you something that clear doubts in your mind whenever it comes to feed formulation, and then whenever it comes to birds laying eggs. Some of us think that it is the feed that causes the birds to lay eggs on their own. No, it is inbuilt. Okay, the only variation in this chick mash, growers mash, and layers mash is the quantity of the nutrients or the elements we need to prepare the feed, or we need in the feed. That is the only difference. Okay, so guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Muslima, Augustine, hit the thumbs up, like, share the video. If you have any question, leave it in the comment box. On Tuesday, we'll be meeting, and then I'll be giving you the right amount of these things you need. But if you are new, you can go to the live farm experience. I did 2 videos about feeding of these local chickens. You go and check it out. It's already in the playlist. Go and check it out. I share with you the quantity of protein, carbohydrate that I use in my feed whenever I'm formulating my feed. You can go and check it out. Okay, I remember that we did 2 live streams about feed, so you go and check it out. Okay, so guys, if you are new, make sure to subscribe, join the family, and then guys, we call it a day. Tomorrow I'll be revealing something to you, so don't hesitate to join. I'll be revealing something to you. Okay, if you are around, if you are in Ghana, especially within my vicinity in the Volta region, I'll be revealing something to you. And if you're interested, you come for it. Okay, so I'll be doing some giveaway. Okay, so come early, join the stream, and then make sure you remain in the stream throughout. Okay, so guys, this is where we'll be parting ways. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye for now.